Hi YouTube, this is Candy and I'm coming to you with another car vlog. This car vlog is going to be about customer service. Now, this is what happened. Now, I went to this nail shop, okay? I'm not going to mention what type of nail shop it was, but I had no business up in there. So I go to get my nails done, okay? Now, I begin to, I'm going to this place and, I sit down. Yeah, I want to get my nails done. I get this guy that's doing my nails, whatever. And first of all, I'm going to need you to have another profession. Okay, other than doing women's nails with an attitude. So he starts to do my nails or whatever, and he asked me how long I want them, and I said I wanted them short. Okay, I don't like the real long nails. So I go, so I want them short, and then he proceeds to cut them, which, he had them really, really short, and they're really not that long. If you can see them, they're really short. Okay. So I go, and unmatching my attire today. Well, anyway. So he proceeds to cut my nails, and I say, oh, okay, a little bit longer than that, I'm not there just to get them polished. I do want some length to them, and they'll eventually grow. I will eventually take the acrylic off and just wear my nails, of course. But anyway. So when he starts to cut them, then he begins to file. I let him know, and he's making them like super flat. I don't like my nails real flat and square. I like them a little rounded on the edges because it looks more natural to me. That's just the way I like them. So I said, excuse me. I said, can you just round them off a little bit? This mofo gonna look at me like, you wouldn't believe the look he gave me. And I said, now I'm gonna tell you about me. I am in the customer service industry, very deep into the customer service industry. So when a guest asks you a question, you cannot show the emotions on your face. You can't. No matter what it may be, unless it's a happy emotion at the right time. Because a guest can be saying, you know what, just cancel my shit and give me my money back. You can't just smile and be happy. I mean, sometimes I want to do that, but I can't, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's appropriate times to show happy emotion too. So he looks at me with this grim look, like he wanted to hit me, straight up wanted to hit me. And I said, is there a problem? Now I have a very high tolerance for service. And the reason I have a high tolerance for service, because people demand service of me, and I don't want to get belligerent or ignorant or loud, crazy, and downright ignorant with someone, because I can conduct myself, get my point across, and resolve whatever issue I have to resolve in an adult manner. Okay, so I said, is there a problem? And then he goes, and then he looks at me, and he doesn't speak English, so he snatches my hand back to him. I was like, oh, hell to the no, you got the wrong one. I am not the one to be played with when it comes down to service. I will walk up out this piece with all 10 of your nails and acrylic on my hand and dare you to say something. So I go, oh no. So I pull my hands back and I go, no, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. And I hope you can understand this. I said, I'm going to need you to go get somebody else to do my nails. That's exactly what I told him. I said, you are not going to do my nails, and I am 2 seconds away from walking up out of here. Seriously. Now, and again, okay, first, I was the only one, and there was this other lady in there, and there were two other nail techs in there, and they're conversing with people, and they're having fun or whatever. And, the one's over there, he's laughing, making people, I'm sorry, I just want to let this window down some. He's making people laugh, things are happy, and I'm seriously straight up a happy person all the time. It takes a lot for me to when it comes down to service, for me to really, you know, get crazy with someone or even that way with someone about service. So he seriously stared me down like he wanted to hit me. I started to lean over and slap his ass just on GP, just for looking at me like he wanted to hit me. You know, now I just did a video about guys approaching you and all that stuff, but that's how I felt. That don't mean I was going to do it, but I could have pictured my, you know, did you guys see that Jennifer Lopez movie with, what was the name of it? Monster-in-Law, and the mother just took her head and just banged it. That's what I wanted to do to that guy. Seriously. So, of course, he goes to get someone else and talks his stuff, you know, and they come over, whatever, and I explained to them. I said, first of all, let me just say something. I said, I'm in customer service, and I said, there's no way in the world that I would have treated a customer the way that person treated me. I said, I'm not a person that's hard to please. I said, I requested something of him. Evidently, he got an attitude. He didn't like it, and he pulled my hand and he touched me. I just could not sit there and let that man continue to touch my hand and hold my hand and perform a service after he treated me like that. I demand service because people demand it of me, but I don't demand it in a nasty way. And it's a way to demand service of people without being nasty, you know. So the girl, she did my nails, and it was really nice, and, you know, we talked, you know, and everything calmed down or whatever, and I tipped her $10, which I wouldn't have tipped her $10. I just don't tip nail techs $10. That's just me. I tip them $5, but I don't tip them $10, but I tipped her $10 just to piss the other one off, because I wanted to make a statement to him that, you know, what it is that, number one, people in smaller business, and I work for a very, very large corporation. People with smaller businesses, you just don't get the service that you get from larger companies. And that's why I like to shop and I like to patronize larger companies, because you're not dealing with the owner face on. And when you deal with the owner face on, there's no other place to go. There's no other place to go up when you have a concern, because you're speaking to the owner right there. And a lot of the proceeds, a lot of the profit that they're getting is off of your order, wherever it may be, they're paying their bills with. Whereas a larger company that has overhead, that has money, are more apt to do something for you and able to do something for you without question, because they have the overhead to do that. That's one. Now you say to yourself, yeah, you know, you want to help the smaller businesses. Absolutely, I want to help the smaller businesses, but the smaller businesses have to learn the larger businesses practice, and that's customer service. You know, you cannot treat people anyway and expect someone to continue to patronize your business if you're treating them like shit, straight up, you know. Now, I'm a person, I am a compulsive buyer. Y'all know that. I buy what the heck I want, what the Lord has allowed me to afford, okay? And what my husband allows me to buy. And they're losing a very good customer, because I would go back to that place. It's close to my job. I would go back to that place every single week to get my nails done. Now, I will not go to that place. I will bypass that place to go somewhere else to get my nails done and give that person a $5, $7 tip, because I just couldn't stand the service. And now I feel uncomfortable with going into their establishment to have service done, because he's there. You know, now I feel uncomfortable about that. And another thing too about customer service in the statistics that my company has ran, customer service is number one. Customer service is before price, and customer service is before product. People want to be treated right for their hard-earned freaking money. You're not going to just treat people the way you want to when they're spending their hard-earned money in your business and think you're going to treat them like shit, straight up. Now, another thing about the internet companies too. Now, I made a couple of purchases on the internet, and I make a lot of purchases on the internet, and I only use one particular debit card in event that something happens and someone steals my number. So you have to be careful about using your giving information over the net. Now, people say, Candy, oh my God, I don't do that. Well, I do. I do it, and I got it through PayPal, which is also a way of protecting. But there have been PayPal horror stories, but I haven't had any with them. I've had actually one of my card numbers was stolen through PayPal, and PayPal emailed me and asked me, have I taken a trip to Germany and tried to make a $6,000 purchase? I said, no. And then they knew that someone had my card number and was trying to make a $6,000 purchase in Germany. Well, first of all, it wouldn't have went through because my PayPal account does not have a $6,000 credit limit on it. I keep that credit limit really low because I use that for my internet purchases, as well as I have a debit card attached to that as well. Okay, now look. If you're making a purchase for the internet businesses, it is so important because, number one, there's no way that I can come to your establishment and conduct business the way I want to in the event that I have a problem. Okay. Now, what I feel that the internet, you have to have communication with your guest, with your customers, or whatever you call them. We call ours guests. If you have an internet business, because number one, the first thing that they're going to think, internet customer to your business, and there's no communication when there's something wrong, is that there's a scam. That's the first thing that they're going to think. Second of all, so you have to really be on top of that like that, because what that does is it establishes trust within your guest and your company. Now, you make a purchase, there should always be an invoice email sent back to that purchaser, because everybody does it. But when you don't get an email confirmation that, yes, we have received your order, we acknowledge that it was done on this particular credit card, we acknowledge that your items that were selected is this, this, and this, and there you go. Well, I feel comfortable. I know that they got it. I know they acknowledged that I made the purchase, so now let's get on the roll. But when you don't give an email confirmation to your guests, they don't know. Okay, so now that throws up a red flag. And then if there's a problem, stay in contact with that person. At least email them and let them know, you know, I'm aware that there's a problem. Your shipment is coming. If you would like, if you have a tracking number or whatever, you know, provide that to your guests. You know, good service means good business, and people will return to your business and continue to patronize you if you continue to give good service. It's not always the quality, it's not always the product, but it's the service that makes that person come back. If I know that you're going to take care of me if there's a problem, then I'm going to come back to your business. Like, for instance, and I hate to mention any makeup things on this particular page, because this is not about makeup at all, but as far as the Bitch Slap Cosmetics, now when I first loaded that Bitch Slap Cosmetic video, it took a while for my order to come, but she stayed in contact with me, and she let me know every step of the way what was going on. So I appreciated that. I appreciated that communication. This is not an endorsement for them. That's just how they treated me. And I can only put it out there the way they treated me. She even wrote me a handwritten letter, which she did not have to do. And she stated, how she appreciated my patience. But no, what it was that I appreciated her communication and her professionalism, the way she handled my order. So guys, I just wanted to rant. I apologize for this long video. So yeah, peace.